Hey guys, what's up? It's Greg with By the Bootstraps, btbootstraps.com. Today's topic of conversation, I was reading the news and they are trying to force transgenders into Miss America. And last week there was a controversy because they want transgenders now being represented at the Victoria's Secret fashion show. I honestly don't care one way or the other about those two things. It just kind of broadens the topic of conversation. I don't know what it is in 2018, soon to be 2019, that we are putting an emphasis on a mental disorder. And not only a mental disorder, but a ridiculous mental disorder. Not knowing what gender you are is flipping unexcusably stupid. And if you're confused about what sex you are, first of all, drop your pants and look between your legs. That'll tell you really damn quickly what you are. If it hangs low, you got a penis. If it don't, you got a pussy. Pretty simple. Guy or girl. Alright? I'm getting really tired of people who don't know what sex they are trying to force other people into accepting the fact that they're confused. Okay? You can be a man all you want. I mean, you could be a man dressed as a woman. You're a cross-dresser. You're not a woman. You could have the surgery done where you remove your body parts. That doesn't make you a woman. Just like it doesn't make you a man if you have a penis insertion. All it makes you is a mutilated person. It makes you a mutilated male or a mutilated female. It doesn't change the DNA. It doesn't change the chromosomes inside. You know, I remember a couple years ago, Target kind of came down on this stance that, you know, you can go to whatever bathroom you want. You can go to any, you know, you can go to any changing stall. What do they call those? The clothing changing rooms, you know. They weren't going to have it segregated anymore. Which, if they want to do single stall restrooms, I'm totally fine with that. Okay? But if my 8-year-old little girl, maybe another little girl, my wife is pregnant, we don't know what the sex is going to be yet, but once we find out, could be a boy, could be a girl, it doesn't matter. But if my 8-year-old little girl walks into a bathroom now, and I see a man walk into that bathroom, that female's bathroom, I'm going in there. And we're coming out. And if I got to drag his ass by his balls, he's coming out. Sorry. That's just how it is. It's not being a tough guy. It's not being a badass. It's the fact that my little girl is not going to be exposed to a person who doesn't know what gender they are. You know, how is this fair for women? You know, we hear in this day and age that we need to be more understanding of women. We need to be more accepting of women and women's abilities and capabilities. You know, the Me Too movement. This totally neglects everything for women when you allow men in sports and things of that nature to compete against women. You know, there's been multiple situations and multiple instances recently where men who claim they were women, because that's what they identified as, went to national leagues and just annihilated the girls on the field. Well, duh! You have someone who's physically stronger, more durable, more endurance, because they have this thing called testosterone. They beat the women. The women who worked their asses off to get to a level or a skill set so that they could compete on a level that I couldn't do, but so that they could compete, who should have won, who, by all standards, should have won. But because some guy wanted to play dress up and said he identified as a woman, took away from what these actual women worked their asses off to achieve. How is that fair for them? How is that not an attack on women? You know, again, as a father of a little girl, I don't want her to have to compete against guys because it's not fair for her. You know, you basically have a loser of a guy who couldn't compete at his own gender and playing field, so then you allowed him, because of fifis to compete against girls. And shocking and surprisingly, they kicked their asses. Wow, who would have ever seen this coming? I think almost everyone with a functioning brain called it. You know, no one cares if you're gay. You know, I know there was a big controversy about gay marriage and stuff like that a couple years ago. No one cares. No one cares if two dudes want to live together, they want to marry. Just like no one cares if two girls want to live together, they want to marry. It doesn't affect us, all right, on our day-to-day life. It has no effect on us at all. But when you, as a mentally confused individual, try to force your lifestyle onto other people and try to force your values and your morals and your achievements by government, by forcing us to accept you, by forcing us to lie to ourselves, by saying that you are not what you were born as, but what you identify as, that is forced to us. And how is that fair for us? How is that fair for any woman that goes into a woman's bathroom for privacy and you turn around and there's a 6'1" dude with an Adam's apple walking through, but he goes, hey, I identify as a woman. Well, I identify as a polar bear. Doesn't make it true. You know, I identify as a raven. Doesn't make it true. Just like it doesn't make it true that you call yourself a woman or a man, but you're not. Comment below, let me know what you guys think. I'm really curious about the reaction of this video and what you guys, how this has affected you. Does it affect you? Have you had any instances where you think that this was maybe an injustice to women? Let me know what you guys think about this one because I'm really curious. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.